Baker. A baker is someone who makes bread, cakes, cookies, and other baked goods. Bakers work in bakeries, restaurants, and sometimes at home. They create delicious food that many people enjoy. Baking is both a skill and an art. Bakers need to know how to mix ingredients and bake them properly, but they also need to be creative with their recipes and designs. The main job of a baker is to bake bread and other treats. Bread is a staple food for many people around the world. It can be eaten with almost any meal. Bakers make different types of bread, such as white bread, whole wheat bread, and sourdough. Each type of bread requires different ingredients and baking techniques. For example, sourdough bread uses a special starter, while white bread is made with yeast. In addition to bread, bakers also make cakes. Cakes are often made for special occasions like birthdays, weddings, or holidays. Bakers can create simple cakes or very elaborate ones with beautiful decorations. Decorating a cake is an important part of a baker's job. They might use icing, fondant, and edible decorations to make the cake look special. Cookies and pastries are other common baked goods. Bakers make many different kinds of cookies, from chocolate chip to oatmeal raisin. Pastries, like croissants and danishes, are more delicate and take more skill to make. These treats are often enjoyed with coffee or tea and are popular in many cafes and bakeries. One important part of a baker's job is preparing the dough or batter. Bakers must carefully measure the ingredients and mix them together. Most baked goods use ingredients like flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and yeast. The proportions must be correct for the recipe to turn out well. After the dough or batter is prepared, it is placed in the oven to bake. Timing is very important when baking. If the baked goods are in the oven too long, they can become burnt or dry. If they are not baked long enough, they may be undercooked. Bakers must know the right temperature and time for each recipe. This requires practice and experience. Bakers also need to make sure their workplace is clean and organized. They must follow food safety rules to keep their kitchen clean and free of germs. This is very important because food needs to be safe for people to eat. Bakers often work early in the morning or late at night to make sure their products are fresh for customers. Bakers often work in bakeries, which are special shops that sell baked goods. Some bakeries are small and only serve a local community, while others are large and supply bread and cakes to many stores. In a bakery, bakers might work with a team of other bakers. Each person might have a specific job, such as mixing dough, baking, or decorating cakes. Some bakers work in restaurants or hotels. In these places, they might make fresh bread or desserts for the guests. In big cities, there are even famous bakeries that people travel to just to taste their special cakes or pastries. Bakers also work in factories that produce baked goods on a large scale. In these factories, machines do most of the work, but bakers still need to oversee the process and make sure everything runs smoothly. They check the quality of the products and make sure the recipes are followed correctly. Some bakers run their own businesses. They might start a small bakery or sell their baked goods at markets. Running a bakery requires more than just baking skills. Bakers who own their businesses also need to understand how to manage a store, work with customers, and handle money. Baking is not just about following recipes. Many bakers create their own recipes. They experiment with different ingredients and techniques to come up with new flavors and textures. For example, they might try adding spices or fruits to bread to give it a unique taste. Some bakers even specialize in making healthy or gluten-free baked goods for people with special dietary needs. Baking can also be a form of art. Some bakers are known for their beautifully decorated cakes. They might spend hours designing and decorating a cake for a wedding or birthday party. These cakes are not only delicious, but also works of art. Cake decorating requires patience and a steady hand. Becoming a baker takes time and practice. Many bakers learn by working in a bakery as an apprentice. They start by helping with simple tasks like measuring ingredients or mixing dough. Over time, they learn how to bake more complicated recipes and decorate cakes. Some bakers also go to culinary school to learn more about the science of baking and to practice their skills. Bakers need to have certain skills to be successful. They must be able to follow recipes and pay attention to details. A small mistake in the ingredients or the baking time can ruin a batch of bread or cookies. Bakers also need to be patient because some recipes take a long time to prepare and bake. In recent years, technology has changed the way some bakers work. There are now machines that can help with tasks like mixing dough or decorating cakes. However, many bakers still prefer to do things by hand. They believe that handmade baked goods have a special quality that machines cannot replicate. Baking is a rewarding job because it allows bakers to create something that makes people happy. Many people enjoy visiting their local bakery to pick up fresh bread or a sweet treat. Bakers help bring joy to people's lives with their delicious creations. In conclusion, bakers play an important role in providing people with food and treats. They use their skills and creativity to make a wide variety of baked goods. Whether working in a small bakery or a large factory, bakers take pride in their work. Their dedication and passion for baking result in products that people enjoy all over the world.